Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky makes an appeal to another key ally amid a crucial wartime push.
Let's take a moment now to size up the state of the war. And for that, we have some interesting statistics from a briefing by General Mark Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. That's courtesy of Foreign Policy. Now, senior U.S. officials say that Ukraine has liberated more than 54% of Russian-occupied territory taken since the invasion started. The U.S. Defense Department believes that about 200,000 Russian troops remain on occupied Ukrainian soil. And Russian attacks on Ukraine's ports and infrastructure have destroyed about 280,000 tons of grain, and that is enough to feed more than 10 million people for a year.
U.S. Democratic Senator Bob Menendez is facing growing pressure to resign after being indicted on bribery charges. And U.S. President Joe Biden will join thousands of auto workers on the picket line on Tuesday as the strike expands. China's President Xi Jinping has called on the West to lift sanctions on Syria. Xi held rare in-person talks with Syria's President Bashar al-Assad in China on Friday as part of Assad's push to return to the global stage. Xi also offered to rebuild Syria's ruined economy by upgrading ties to what he called a strategic partnership. The Philippines issued a health warning after smog from the Taal volcano near Manila prompted authorities to close schools and to urge people to stay indoors in dozens of cities and towns. The small rest of volcanoes shows no imminent sign of eruption, but the emissions of sulfur dioxide-laden steam have caused skin, throat and eye irritations. King Charles and Queen Camilla have wrapped up a 3-day state visit to France. They ended the trip at a vineyard in the southwestern city of Bordeaux, where the King and Queen sampled wine. The trip included 2 days of formal events in Paris, where he gave a speech to the French Senate.
US President Joe Biden plans to give Ukraine advanced long-range missiles to help with its ongoing counteroffensive, this according to US media reports. This video, authenticated by BBC Verify, shows a missile striking the headquarters of Russia's Black Sea Fleet in Crimea yesterday. A Ukrainian military source said the attack was carried out using missiles supplied by Britain and France.